A lot of times as we get older, we tend to get what we like to call, that little belly bulge, spare tire, muffin top. I don't know. We all have names for it, but none of us really, really like it. So, and it's one of the biggest nemesis that we have. And what number one thing that girls come to me or you ladies come to me with your biggest struggle. So how do you beat that? Well, it's not cardio. Nope, it's not cardio. In fact, cardio can actually plateau or limit your fat loss. Hi there, I see you've got somebody joining me. Make sure you hashtag I am here and let me know who you are. Today we are talking about ninja trick number 3, building muscle. So one of the biggest reasons, as I touched on the first call, that we tend to store more body fat as we age is because we lose muscle at the rate of 5% a year starting at the age of 40. Hello, welcome. Starting at the age of 40. So we also tend to get a little less active in our 40s, right? And 50s and 60s. So we're not maybe as active as we were when we were a little bit younger. So that decreases in muscle too. Well, here's the secret, guys. Muscle is what helps to keep the metabolism running at a high speed. Hello. So as we lose muscle, because this is just the way it is, okay? It's as we age, we lose muscle at a rate of up to 5% a year. We become less active, therefore our metabolism slows down. Now, I'm not saying that hormones don't lend a little bit of help to this every once in a while, but the number one factor really can't always be laid blame on the hormones or we're just getting older. It's the fact that we just don't have the muscle that we once had. So then we dive head deep into fad diets. What can we do to lose the weight? We start doing excessive amounts of cardio and the shit ain't working. And we wonder why. It's because cardio then increases the stress levels on the body, right? And it can actually have us plateauing. So what you guys need to do, if you're not hearing me, is start strength training. It is like the biggest thing that you must be doing in your 40s. Like you've got to be weight training at a minimum of 3 days a week. I highly recommend anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week of weight training, to be quite honest with you, because like I said, we're starting to lose it at a rate of 5% a year. So we want to maintain or gain that muscle. Now, hey, Jules, I'm like 50 years old. I'm like 54. I'm sick. Can I actually gain muscle? Like, am I a lost cause here? Absolutely not. Look at me. I've strength trained pretty much my entire life, but I did not start bodybuilding until I was like 48. I didn't build this physique until I was 48 years old. And I'm 54 now. So if you're asking me, is it possible? 1,000% is possible. But you do have to be consistent. So where do I start? Well, like I said, you start with a minimum of 3 days a week, pull back on your cardio a little bit, and add in this strength training. So what can you do 3 days a week? You could start with full body movements where you move everything, okay? So you're doing strength training in full body movements, which could be a squat into a press. It could be a squat into a row. It's just full body movements, okay? And this also could be plyo activity. Now, HIIT is good, but more in the plyo to plyometric department versus the cardio department. So you want to make sure when you're doing a HIIT workout, you have lots of plyometrics in it. What is that plyometric? Those are jump squats, jump lunges, things like that. Fast, quick twitch muscle work, okay? And then my other thing is okay, Jules, I've never strength trained my entire life. So now you're asking me to start 3 days a week, but I don't think I can lift a weight. Start small. Start with body weight only. So do 3 days a week, full body movements, and just do body weight. Graduate into increasing your resistance as you go, utilizing bands, dumbbells. That will increase the intensity and the resistance as you get stronger. How will you know you're getting stronger? Because things will become easier and easier. So let's take, for example, a push-up. When you first start doing a push-up, it might be a little challenging. You might need to be on your knees and your hands, and you might only get 4 or 5. Heck, you might need to do wall push-ups for a while. That's okay. Start there. Then you get to the floor, and now you're on your knees. Then you get up on your toes. Pretty soon you're doing 10, 20, 30 push-ups on your hands. Add a band over your back. Get some resistance in there, okay? It's the same with anything else. You just will start to increase in resistance as you get stronger. Every girl in the tribe that I've got has started there. 90% of them that have started home trainings eventually wind up moving to the gym. Why? They're hungry for it because they've gained that much strength. Like they want to get into the gym and really start challenging themselves more. So know that you will get there. You go from 3 days a week to 4 or 5, but strength training anywhere, working your way up to like 5 or 6 days a week. Add in cardio, but only as you need it. Now, I'm not going to tell you that cardio is not necessary. It is. It depends though, and unless I know who you are, how much body fat or weight you have to lose. Okay, so that is going to be the gauge on how much cardio you do and when you do it. Because there's different types of cardio. There's steady state cardio. There's HIIT cardio. There's fed cardio. There's fasted cardio. So it all just kind of depends on, holy shit, I just blew your mind, didn't I? So I'll tap into that in a second, but like adding the bare minimum is really just making sure you're getting anywhere from 10 to 12, 15K steps in a day. Honestly, that in itself, specifically, if you're just sitting and if you're just getting started, is really going to be enough, along with strength training 3 days a week. And as you get stronger and better and your endurance gets more, because cardio, guys, is endurance. Cardio is cardiovascular, and we need cardiovascular work done as well. That's our endurance. That's our breath work. So you're not huffing and puffing when you're running up and down the stairs. You got to increase that. A minimum of, like I said, walking at the very least. So a lot of times you can do, so let's talk about fasted cardio. Fasted cardio is usually done in the morning on an empty stomach. Now, this can be useful for many reasons. One, it's a really great way to start your day. Why? Well, because it's a really good way to start your day with some grounded meditation. So listening to a podcast, listening to something motivational, some time with you, with your feet hitting the ground at a nice steady state, no running, just walking along. Just you, nature, and your tennis shoes. Or if you're living the colder weather and it's, sub-zero weather, you and your treadmill, walking away, okay? It's really good and grounding. 2, your body is coming out of a fasted state. So if you're trying to lean out, you have a little bit more body fat to lose. Sometimes doing fasted cardio can be a benefit because there's no fuel in your body for it to tap into. Therefore, it will start to tap into body fat. Specifically, guys, if you've been listening to my last few and you're actually fueling it, okay? There's, Ninja tricks here, guys. All of these things that I'm telling you have to, in order for things to work, be stacked on top of each other. It's not just pick one and do one. They all consecutively need to work together. So if you're doing cardio, you need to be doing strength training. If you're doing cardio and strength training and you're doing it in the right sequence, you need to be fueling your body. If any of these pieces are missing, shit ain't gonna happen. This has to be balanced. Make sense? If this makes sense, drop me some fire below. I see I do have some listeners. And no, I am not drinking wine. I am drinking apple cider vinegar out of a wine glass. Ooh, sour. Well, apple cider vinegar mixed with some water, not by itself. All right, great. I'm glad that this is making sense. So cardio, fed cardio. What's fed cardio? Fed cardio is generally done after, AKA you've been fed. Let me go back to fasted. So once you complete fasted cardio, it's super important to make sure that you fuel your body immediately upon completing your fasted cardio. The second thing about fasted cardio is it needs to be done right away, because you really should be fueling your body within 30 to 40 minutes of getting up. So if you're going to do fasted cardio, my recommendation is not to get up and lollygag around, to get up, lace up your tennis shoes, head out the door, get your cardio in 30 minutes, whatever it is, come home and feed yourself, fuel your body. All right, now fed cardio. Fed cardio is generally done after a workout. Well, actually, it should always be done after a workout. Why? Now, it can be done immediately after a workout or later in the day, okay, if you're training. Why? It goes and it lends itself back to this fuel. So you've been feeding your body all day long. Your body has fuel in it. If you go to the gym and you hit cardio first, you have now deflated your fuel, or deprived or depleted. That's the word I'm looking for. Depleted your fuel system on cardio. Now you have nothing left in the tank to do the lift. Make sense? What you want to do instead is hit those weights, okay, and do your strength training first. Use all the fuel in your body to lift the weights. From there, you do your post cardio or your fed cardio. Why? Because now you've burned all the fuel in your body to break down and build the muscle back up again. So, and to get your lift in. So now when you do the cardio, you're going to use that last little bit of fuel you got left in your body, and it's going to start to tap into body fat. Bada bing, bada boom. Isn't that sweet? So that's why you want to do your cardio after, so that you're tapping into your fat supply to power you through the cardio session versus vice versa. Does this make sense? Give me a high five in the comments if I am making sense. In fact, tell me below, when do you want to do fed cardio? When's the optimum time? Before strength training or after strength training? I see I got visitors popping in and out. Let me know. All right. So let's tap back in to the muscle piece of it, okay? And why we want to be strength training. So as I said, after, absolutely. So as I was mentioning, what we want to lean into, because we think cardio is going to burn calories, we burn calories, we're going to lose weight. All is true. Guess what? Cardio will help you lose weight. Fat, muscle, the whole shenanigans. but it's not going to help you lose body fat. And I think everybody that is on this call or tunes in later, and by the way, if you tune in on the replay, hashtag replay and let me know that you were here. But I think we're going to agree that we all want to lose body fat. You want a snatched waist, don't you? You want lean. You tell me you want to be lean. You tell me you want to get rid of the muffin top. You tell me you want to be toned, which is AKA building muscles and having a pretty shape, by the way. Can't be toned without muscle. Sorry. So if these are the things that you want, then you don't want to just burn or lose weight. You want to burn fat. The way that you burn fat is by, somebody tell me, I see you tuning in. I'm down to one viewer. You guys just keep coming in and out. It's crazy. Tell me. I want to hear. All right, guys. So, yes, weight training. This is how we build muscle, by weight training and fueling our body. And we want to build that muscle so that we can lose the body fat. Because when we have more muscle on our body, our metabolism does what? Goes faster, right? So, and when your metabolism is going faster and you have more muscle on your body, you actually burn more body fat even at rest. I can say that we all must agree that that is what we would love, correct? So the name of the game, guys, to recap everything here today, really keep it simple, is you really got to start strength training. If you've never strength trained before, then keep it small. Keep it very simple, as in going 3 days a week. Just 3 days a week. The rest of the days, aim for 10K steps. If you're a beginner, 10, 12, 15K, somewhere in there. Just keep increasing walking, okay? But don't be killing yourself with a bunch of cardio. Can you still do cardio? Sure. But you shouldn't be over, it's not hours and hours of it. You need maybe, if you're doing a faster fed cardio, 20 to 30 minutes a day, okay? Like if you're really gonna go after it and do some type of like exercise class, HIIT workouts, I wouldn't go over like 30 minutes a day. Honestly, guys, strength training is so much more important. So strength training, start small. Add in, if you've never worked out before, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't feel like you have the strength, start with body weight, graduate by increasing the resistance with bands, dumbbells, weights. Before you know it, you'll be in the gym lifting 4, 5, 6 days a week and loving it. Ask anybody in the tribe, they'll tell you. So guys, that's what you need to do. But remember, the most important thing is none of these components will work properly. And again, I want to mention, I'm not saying don't do cardio, okay? It's really hard for me to be specific with anybody here that I'm not coaching on how much cardio to do, because I don't know your body type. I don't know who you are. But as I said, you can't go wrong with walking and making sure you're getting a minimum of 10K steps a day, 15K, 20K, heck, you can walk as much as you want. But cardio is necessary because it's cardiovascular health, all right? And lastly, you have to be fueling your body for any of these to work. So all of these things need to be stacked together. It's not one or the other. It's all of them encompassing. And of course, you've got to have the mindset to get this all done. You've got to have that positive attitude that I can do it, I am doing it, I get to do it type of attitude and mindset to make it all move forward. So guys, if this was helpful, drop below again some fire in the comments and tell me your 3 biggest takeaways. Thank you so much for joining. I'm happy to see you guys all here. Have a fantastic Sunday. And by the way, I did do some recording